growing co-op.
Ethiopia is facing a waste management crisis. In the city of Hosanna alone, 83% of household waste remains uncollected on the streets. That is over 20 million pounds of waste left uncollected every year. Additionally, Ethiopia is struggling with another issue, high unemployment. But where others see problems, we see a solution. Our vision is to employ Ethiopians to collect and process household waste. Right now, Hosanna has no waste management organization. Some youths make a small earning from collecting and selling recyclables. However, these korale, as they're called, make a meager and inconsistent income. By creating this formal waste management service, we will be providing livable wages to hundreds of families that are struggling, as well as removing more waste from the streets. Our impact goes beyond our collection services. We will be providing financial management advice and job training to our employees. All of this is at no charge to the households. Our company remains financially sustainable from the selling of certain recyclable trash. We need only $98,000 for startup expenses, operation, and marketing. By year 4, we project our market penetration at 30%, allowing us to process 7 million pounds of trash for a profit of $350,000, which we will use to expand into neighboring cities. Already, we have local support. The municipal government of Hosanna is willing to collaborate with the implementation of our system. Once established in Hosanna, we will move into neighboring cities, bringing a sustainable future with viable jobs and enhanced public health. With Korale Co-op, our vision is simple: creating employment and reducing pollution as a solution. Thank you.
So ratio of recyclables to trash. You said your revenue is going to come from the selling of recyclables. So if I pick up one aluminum can and 14 tons of other stuff, that amount of revenue is not going to pay for that amount of stuff. So have you done the math at all on how that works?
To clarify what we meant by certain recyclable waste, everything that we will be collecting will be sold. So paper and solid waste constitutes for 92% of what we're collecting, and that will be sold to a company called Repi that converts it into electricity. 5% of our collection is plastics, which will be sold to a company that buys only plastic and repurposes. The same thing goes for metal, rubber, and glass. So everything is being sold.
I was trying to listen as hard as I could, but you say you already have a partner there or someone that's interested?
Yes, the municipal government of Hosanna, that's the city we're planning to begin operation in, is willing to collaborate with the implementation of our system in whatever ways we need, whether that is motivating the population to support the cause, whether it's giving us land to build a recycle.
How was that connection made?
I have family members in Ethiopia. I'm from Ethiopia, born and raised. I have families that are in the business as well as my uncle is a judge, so he went out to the city mayor and asked him if this is possible. He said this is something that is needed and hasn't been done to the city of Hosanna and other cities. It's only done in the capital, so there's no formal competitive market for it.
Do unemployed people want to pick up trash?
Oh yeah. Well, we're giving them money. I mean, there's no jobs. There's no jobs that are created for them to work. So if you're telling, and we're paying above minimum wage.
Right.
So yeah.
I went back to Caitlin's question a couple of times ago about stigma and cultural and whatever. I don't know that in the United States, if you offered a certain subset of people that are on unemployment the opportunity to go pick up trash for that they would choose that. Is that a different environment there?
I think a little bit of backstory. Our name, Korale Co-op, actually comes from a name used to describe people who collect trash. Already there are people who collect trash on their own, but they don't have this system of waste management, so they're just collecting it, trying to sell it on their own, and they get some change from the recyclables, but that isn't steady earnings. So I think by transforming, that's where we come in, transforming this into reliable jobs. It's making something that people are already doing, but making it something that they can support their families on.
So would they be included in that unemployed sector, or is that different?
They are including
And
the.
the 24%.
Because it's not, right now, they're collecting trash, and it's not enough to support their
They're just
family.
trying to
It's
do
just
whatever
trying to
they
get a
can
little
do.
extra.
So that would be your first target group of trying to get employees and good people that are already doing it,
Yes. Yeah.
and you're just providing them with benefits and more steady income.
Yes. The market for it.
Are they taking the solid waste or, recyclables to the various? Or how's
They're
that-
taking
how's
it,
the
so they're
logistics
taking
of
more
it?
like, for example, metal is an easy one to, it's like, smaller, easier for individuals to transfer, and it has a high pay for recycling. But things like converting masses of solid waste to a facility that can handle that in a recyclable manner isn't something an individual can do. So by building this into an organization, we're going to be able to recycle more material than any individual can handle.
So they're bringing it to you guys, and you guys are creating volume to sell to
Exactly.
methane or whoever.
We'll be the link between the customers that are or the households that are producing waste and organizations that process it in a recyclable manner.
What's your biggest obstacle?
There are multiple variables that we've already accounted for in our calculations and other things that we looked at. So there are some uncertainties of we don't get this certain thing.
I think what you're getting is getting in contact with the different organizations to sell is going to be a tricky. Our contact with the government was what the big exciting news for getting that kind of connections, because they'll be able to help facilitate our connections with these people and different things like graphene.
You threw out a revenue number of about $100,000, is that correct?
Pardon me?
You talked about revenue, about, you said about, did you say $100,000?
Well, we make in year 4 a profit of
Oh,
$350,000.
you said, okay. I thought you said a smaller number earlier, so
We
use.
need $98,000 for startup expenses. for
Okay,
operations.
all right. And so to that end, does that incorporate, he just promised buildings and trucks and storage and logistics and moving and all of that. Are you, the finance side, does that include all that's needed to do that?
Yes, because we're starting small, we're only starting at a target of 1,500 households, so that makes our expenses this small, but we have accounted for all those things. We're capable.
Judges, final burning question.